Hello, everyone. My name is Damian Krasinski, the owner and operator of DK Film Studios, and today we've got another development log for you all today. Big stuff to go over today. We got a lot, so buckle up, strap yourselves in, because we got a good deal of stuff to go into today. So, first on the docket, our very first thing to cover today, which is in development, the Talking Autism Doc Series. So, I am looking to expand the scope of the series. Instead of just focusing on autism, I'm thinking of covering the different perspectives of neurodivergence. Not just, autism as mentioned, but, I have a couple of other ideas that I would like to do, and I feel like could be easily put together with this. The reason why I'm making this change is because I reached out to one of the people, and they were like, who I believed had autism. Turns out he thinks he has it, and he doesn't know for sure. So I'm like, okay. I thought about it, and I was like, okay. I appreciate him at least telling me that. I don't want to be disingenuous. I feel like being genuine with this would be important for this film. So what I was thinking was like, okay, if that's the case, why don't I maybe change the scope a bit? Because I have another idea, and this is going to be lumped into this now. Is that I would like to I have a few women in my life. There's a few women I know in my life who are autistic, who have ADHD, but were diagnosed late. I want to cover that. I want to sit down and talk with them about it because that is interesting, and I would love to discuss that with them and put that in a doc. I was thinking originally maybe making a little doc series, little mini series, but I'm like, no, we're gonna lump this in with this idea and go for all that. So, as of right now, we're gonna continue calling it the Talking Autism Doc Series. I don't have another name for it right now. I'm working on figuring out the name for this, along with questions for the different forms of neurodivergence. I'm at the moment right now thinking of just thinking of autism and ADHD and autism and ADHD. And for those of you who don't know what that means, that's fine. ADHD is just a person who has autism and ADHD. So I'm going to focus on those three neurodivergences. But as the series goes on, I plan to include other neurodivergences. Once I exhaust my friends list of people who are neurodivergent, I'm gonna reach out to some groups and let them know. Reach out to a group or two who, of filmmakers, and be like, hey, if you or someone you know is neurodivergent, I'd love to have a chance to sit down with you, sit down and interview you to go over what it's like being neurodivergent and all that wonderfulness, just to really show what it's like, the differences of being neurodivergent. I think that'd be very important to do, especially given the rhetoric coming out from the current administration. So, that's updates for that. Like I said, I'm still working on the name. I don't want to go talking neurodivergence. I might, I have some time. I need to sit down and think about this a bit, but, we'll figure something out. I'll figure something out. But I can figure that. But hey, if you happen to have any ideas, I'll hear you out. If you happen to have an idea and think I think it might be good, let's hear it, and I might use it. Of course, I'll credit you, if for the name, because hey, that you helped give me the name, so I might as well, take it. I might as well credit you. On to now pre-production. We have a new film in pre-production, and that is Focus Part 3. Yes, we're kind of fast tracking this, but I'll explain why. It's partly because one of the films that are currently that's nearly wrapped up, that's been in post for a little bit, is going to be about done, and I'm wanting to get started on this, and I've got a plan for that. So, but speaking of said plan, I've got my idea in mind for the film. I'm gonna do something along the lines of a withdrawal of the spice melange. I have some ideas on what I want to do there. Some of it require me to do some things I haven't done before, which I think will be fun to do. One of the things I definitely want to try, and I need to double check my DaVinci Resolve, but I think in DaVinci Resolve you can take color, like a colored image, like a footage that you've colored, and keyframe it to change things in it. If that's the case, I am definitely going to use that for this film. I definitely, because I feel like that would be a great way to show the withdrawal symptoms of the spice melange. And I feel like that'd be a great way to kind of cap off the series, cap off the trilogy, might make it a bit cyclical, we'll see. It depends on how I feel there. But I think this will be fun to do, and I'm definitely going to try pulling out all my stops for this one, and I'm definitely going to see what I can do here. I am looking to head to the Cherry Blossom Festival and hopefully be there when they bloom to get some footage of them for the film. I have begun to grab some, but I definitely want to see what I can find for this film while there. I might do like another excursion out to like go to some. If I have the time, I may take a train down to Belle Isle again. I may take a trip down to Belle Isle for a little bit, grab some footage there because there are some good shots that I could use in this film there. We'll have to see. I don't know yet. But I might make some more trips to DC, find like a park or something in DC, and just grab footage there. And go from there, honestly. I think that might be the best. Maybe the best way to go about it. But yeah, that's basically it for Focus Part 3. Now on to the search. We got a good bit to cover for this one. So, now you can, real quick, before we'll actually get into what to discuss, gonna quickly kind of run you through what our schedule looks like here. You can kind of see what the schedule here is. We've got the task we're working on, the start date, due date, and where we're at with it. So yeah, as you can see, this is where we're at with things. A lot of things just is in progress right now. So we've got time to finish things up, but yeah, we're starting with stuff here. So we have started gathering crew for the film, along with finding locations. We have some good locations that should do the trick for the film. They're a bit closer than they were from Belle Isle. I mean, the furthest one is like an hour 15, which is better than 2 hours, which shouldn't require us to look for accommodations. I checked with the producer and they're like, yeah, that should be fine. So that we're golden there. I am gonna see about visiting a couple of them to check them out, but but from what I can tell, at least from this one site we used, Atlas Obscura, the looked great. I might though, thinking about it now, it might be good to visit these locations to kind of plan out the shots and make a little diagram of where everything is, so I can then be like, okay, Dave's shooting. I'm not walking on that set being like, what, what's going on here, and have to like kind of take into space before we start pointing people to do. I'll see what I can do there, but it might just be we have to do that. It might just be that. I have reached out to most of the actors that we had originally for the film, and I've heard back from 3 of them. All of them saying that they are interested in the film, which is good. I love hearing that they are interested in being part of this film still. I know casting crew looking for the cast isn't until the start of next month, which is perfectly fine. What we are going to do is I wanted to get this started so that way we can we know who we need to replace and go from there, which is fine. I haven't heard back from the actor who we had signed up for Harry. I'll reach out to them soon and see if he's still interested. If not, we'll have to recast him. But hey, we have 3 instead of none at all, so I'll take the 3 over anything. I've also started purchasing some equipment for the film, mainly for this batch for my phone. I bought like a grip thing that helps it, it helps it so it can attach to a tripod, but also uses has like an extra battery and stuff like that, which I think will be very useful for my phone while on set. I also bought a tripod for said film, so we can use that as well while we're filming. So we have 2 cameras set up. I've also bought a couple batteries for my GVM light panels. Now, they're 2-pack. It's a 2-pack. Both of my lights all 3 lights that I've got in this little kit have 2 sockets. I'm gonna buy the 2. I bought the 2 to kind of test to see how they work and if they can work with my light. And if they do, I'm going to buy the other, buy 4 more so we have enough for those lights. So that way I have all of the lights that I currently own available for filming in this film and other films as well. So we're not worrying about like, oh shoot, we don't have any power here. No, we're good. We've got 5, 6 lights set up. We're good to go, which will be great. And yeah, that'll make it so we can film up light rooms much more easily, and we can do some stuff with that. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be perfectly fine in the lighting department for this film. And last but not least, for the search, Amber has made some updates to the script. There's no new scenes, which is good. I don't want to have to deal with new scenes. Well, I do have to go ahead from her to add the changes to the script. I'm thinking of waiting for her to read them out loud to make sure it's all good. She would have done it earlier, but there's some stuff going on. I'm not getting into it. I'm not going to get into it. The script should be about the same length as it currently is, which is nice. That makes it as there shouldn't be much in the way of changes to the shots and all that jazz. So that'll be good. That'll make life easy as well for myself when it comes time to stuff. When it comes time for things. So yeah. Now that we are done talking about the search, before we jump into the next thing, which is in post, if you've been watching this long, please, that must mean you're enjoying what we're enjoying this video here. So if you are, hit that like button and consider subscribing so you get to see more of what's being worked on and the new films that and the films that are currently in the works and that are currently in the works that for them to be released. I actually have one that's almost ready. Oh no, did the bat die on this? I bet you the bat died on this. Hang on 1 second. I have a USB-C cable. I have a number of USB-C cables on by my desk now because of my phone. Okay, there we go. All fixed. I'll have to leave this charging after I'm done recording this, but yeah, just one of my newer light went out, but it's back on as you can see. So yeah. But yeah, if you're enjoying this content, hit the like down below. Hit subscribe. We've got some films getting ready to be released soon, and I can't wait. And I hope you stick around to see them be released. So there is nothing in production. In post, we've got Misunderstanding. I am still waiting to hear back from the VFX artist about doing a meeting. I haven't heard anything yet from him, and it's got me a bit concerned, but because he said we should do a meeting. I'm like, cool, let's do it. Haven't heard back from him. Okay. Like I said, a bit concerning, but I'll keep an eye on it, but there might be another path forward. You know how in the last devlog I mentioned that the other way to handle the coloring would be to have him send me the raw coloring of the VFX shots done in RAW, so I can then color the whole film. I might already have those. Back when we first did this, before we're dealing with what we're currently dealing with now, which if we do, I might be able to color the entire film myself and be able to finish this up, which would be great. If I do have that, that is perfect. I will keep you all posted. I'm going to be checking that this weekend because I think that this will be great. And if this is the case that, hey, by the way, you've got the coloring, I've got the shots, cool. We're going to just jump right on into it. I'll explain to him, look, this is what I've been doing right now. I can't believe it took me this long to realize, hey, I should do this instead. But hey, it's what we're doing. It's what I'm doing. Which is fine. I'll keep you all posted on that, but I definitely think we'll be able to get this film done a lot quicker now. If that's the case, I just have to jump into the coloring and get that all done. And then bada bing, bada boom. We're ready to release, baby. I'll have to figure out the timeline for that. But yeah, that'll be great. Should be hopefully done at some point this year if this is all the case. I am not putting a timeline on this yet. We're going to have to find out for sure. And last but certainly not least, at least what we've got on the log, minus the development tracker, we have Beans, a Bunny Tale, in ready to be released. Now, I know I typically, I have as the thing that says, hey, ready to release this when things are getting uploaded to the channel. The film has been uploaded to the channel and the thumbnail has been made. Well, by the time this comes out, I'll have done that. So, I'm almost done with the film. I just need to get it up on YouTube along with the trailer and we'll be good to go. I have to work on the director's commentary, but that will be at some point next week, the week you're watching this, or the week after that. We'll see. The film will be released on the 3rd of April, with the trailer coming out on March 13th. I'm really excited to be getting this out to you all. I can't wait. I can't believe I'm almost done with it. It is good to be almost done with it. And I am really looking forward to getting it out to you all. And yeah, having our first film of the year be this is really exciting. And I can't wait for you all to see it. But yeah, I am really excited for this. And I can't wait for you all to see what we've got I can't wait for you all to see this. I showed it to my family recently. They all liked it. They thought it was good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having you all see it. So now, before we call this a wrap, let's jump on into the development tracker. So as you can see, Focus Part 3 has been moved to pre-production, and Beans, a Bunny Tale is now ready for release. Once that's released, we will be having a whole new, have another film that's out, which will be great, and another film to check out in our release tracker, which I am very excited for. I can't wait to go over that and see how that film is doing. I'll be adding some clips and all that jazz to the little rotation I've got going on with all the thumbnails, with all the films we've done, as I mentioned in the One Dev vlog, all the shorts I'm doing, which will be great. That'll be great to have in there. As I mentioned, misunderstanding, I've got a plan move. I've got 2 plans, routes moving forward. One of them I haven't heard much on in that route. Haven't heard much on, so I'm going to try out this other route, and hopefully this route is a success, because then I can get this film finally out to you all, and I can be done with it, and I can have one less film to be worrying about, which will be great. That's all I want right now, and I can't wait for you all to have that. I can't wait for you all to see it when it is complete, although I do have plans to come back to it one day, but we will get into that later down the line. That is a later discussion. But yeah, this Case of the Search, the Talkin Autism Doc Series, like I said, I need to rework the title. I have to figure something out, but I will come up with something. But yeah, I think once we knock out 1 or 2 more of these films that we've got in here, I'll start looking into taking care of a couple of the films that are in the pre-development. I know the horror film is Amber, so she needs to work on that at some point, but she's very busy, so that is fine. I do hope to, it might be after we deal with Age versus Agent, while I'm working on it. I'll start looking at some of the other scripts to get those ready. But hey, there's not much else to really discuss now. We kind of covered everything. So, this is Damien from DK Film Studio signing off. But before I do, hit that like button, hit the like button, hit subscribe. Doesn't cost you a thing. You get to see the films that we're working on and what's being released, which will be really exciting. I'm hoping to get more films out than I did last year, which will be great. I have if you don't have notifications turned, turn those on, and make sure to comment down below if there's any of the films that we've got coming down the pipeline that you're interested in. So yes, this is Damien from DK Film Studio signing off, and I'll see you all in the next one.